Welcome back, Modified Crew, to another episode of the $2,200 FRS build. I'm your daily driver, Mark Herman, and today we are going to be bolting on a bunch of stuff to the car. So we're going to do the other fender, straighten it out, see how the crash side of the car's body lines line up after we straighten the frame. I got a lot of flack, guys, about using a truck to straighten the frame or pull the frame out. However, I took my time with it, guys. It looks very primitive, and I get that. I get that, you know, people are gonna give you a hard time for these budget builds, but we wanna be flipping salvage cars if we just had a bunch of cash, you know? That's why we're doing it. We wanna save money, and I'm gonna show you that it's possible to do it right while saving a little cash in the process. The other thing is, for some reason, my audio came out kind of bad on this video. So if you guys are my friends, please hang in there. I know it's gonna be kind of a hard thing to do, but just hang in there with me and we'll make it to the end. And we're getting started right now. All right, guys, got the car dialed in on this side. Very happy with the way it's coming out. Got the fender attached, but I haven't attached the plastics because I'm not sure if I'm overlooking something. So I'll probably do the plastics last. So now I'm gonna go ahead and work to the front right side, or left side actually, the driver's side. We're gonna go and do the same thing to this side, so let's get to it. Got the other fender on. Very happy because this was the side that it was actually hit. Body lines again look fantastic. Just to let you know, one of the things that they don't talk about when you're rebuilding a car after it's been hit is things aren't going to line up perfectly like they used to. It doesn't matter how good you are. I mean, yeah, it's going to be close, and even if you're replacing a lot of the parts, you can get it dialed in. But there is going to be some points, not always, but some points where you're going to need to force something to fit. Just because, you know, things get manipulated in the crash. It could get hit in the front and affect something in the back of the car. So if you have to do that, I mean, that's what you have to do. Keep in mind that you want to get things dialed in. If you need to loosen something over here to get it to fit right here or something like that, that is something that you should be doing, because you want to take the time to do it right, because if you don't, you might have clearance problems, gapping, you know, things like that. So just something to be aware of. You know, when you see these guys rebuilding it on the channel, you can't get a car perfect the way it used to be. You can get it close, and depending upon the hit, maybe, but it's usually pretty rare, especially considering they total these cars because there's been frame damage, tweaking of some sort. And even if you bend it back, it's not going to be like OEM perfect fitment. So just something to take note of. Very happy with this. And the next step, I believe I'm going to go ahead and dial in the bumper and maybe the hood latch. Everything's squared up. This hood is pretty badly tweaked. Might go carbon fiber. Don't know what to do yet, but next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and start installing the plastic trim pieces, like the under guards and, you know, the things at the top of the fender. Just a lot of little plastic trim pieces, things like that. All right, guys. Basically what's going on now that we got the car pretty much together body wise, the engine is having a problem running. So typically, you know, when a car gets hit, stuff happens. So something could be broken. I went ahead and pulled the code, and basically it's saying it's running too lean. So that means either A, too much air, or B, not enough fuel. I am leaning towards the too much air direction, because a car with this amount of miles typically wouldn't have a fuel injection problem. I am going to check it secondary, but I'm going to check the intake first. The other thing it could be is your oxygen sensors, because those determine how much air and fuel you have. So we're going to go ahead and start taking a look at the vehicle, see if we can kind of see what the problem is. I don't think it's going to be too expensive, because the engine does run, it revs up and everything like that, but on a start, it doesn't want to start. It'll turn over, but it dies right away. So we're not talking a slight amount. It's a major amount that the car doesn't want to run without revving it up. So let's go ahead and get to it and see what the problem is. Alright, so I did find some small air leaks. One of the pieces is right here. It's like I guess an intake resonator. I don't know what you would call that thing. And then the other thing is this suction thing for inputting noise into the cabin. So I gotta go ahead and get those parts from the dealer. So we're gonna go ahead and move on, and we're gonna try to install the plastics. See if we can get those installed. Alright guys, it's been a long day in the sun. We got the plastics on, so now it's all closed in. These are all fender covers here. Yeah, got that finished. Coming along. Alright guys, we have made some excellent progress on the $2,200 FRS build. Everything's going according to plan, and we have such a great buy. I'm so excited. I know I keep saying it, but I really am. It's nice when you get a good buy and you do your research and it pays off. So we are in the home stretch as far as getting this car rebuilt. We have to go ahead and get everything buttoned up, get the windshield repaired, airbags, things like that, and then we're gonna have a running car. And after we get to that point where we get to run and drive the car, we can evaluate if the car is gonna be worth it to invest a lot more money. Sometimes, you know, it may not turn out, you know, to what you expect, or you just see that, you know, budget's running way over. It's hard to evaluate those things in the beginning of the build, but when you start getting towards the midpoint or towards the home stretch, then you can evaluate how the car is going to turn out and how much you really want to put into the car, whether you want to part it out, whatever, you know. So we are getting close to those big decisions very shortly. I appreciate you guys staying tuned. If you like what we're doing here on the Modified Crew, feel free to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, feel free to give it a thumbs up. As always, I appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next one.